Right, welcome to number 3 Scottish Wrestle Talk podcast. Scottish Wrestle Talk podcast. It's the third edition of the actual podcast main show. I'm joined here today with my guests Stephen, Jack,
Hi there.
and Paul back from
Hello.
Orlando. He was
Paul back.
yeah, Paul is Paul back. We're giving you a gimmick. We're stealing Ryback's gimmick, and you're now Paul back. Paul. Paul back Walrus.
Yes.
But Paul, you're back from Florida. We did mention this in our next Wrestling's Top 6 video. Talk a bit more on that later. We got the new series up and running. I think it'll go well if we can keep publishing out videos. We've got one that's about to be edited to be put up. Not going to spoil what that's going to be. That should be coming out soon. But it's another wrestling pay-per-view weekend. Who's looking forward to Payback?
Me.
Genuinely, I think this could be one of the best post-WrestleMania pay-per-views. I'm actually looking really forward to it. I don't know why. I think it's...
I'm really looking forward to it as well.
I think it'll be
a
a good
card.
There's a good card, and we've got the whole Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon thing. The Bullet Club are obviously here now. Balor could be there. It could be an exciting show. Who knows what's going to happen? There's a few things we have to speak about. I've got to get the match card up. But is there any thoughts from the last few weeks building up to Payback? Has anybody got any thoughts on the show coming up this Sunday?
I think it's going to be really good.
If you were to rate the rivalry so far, like what rivalry is like really, kind of stole the show already for you? Like, is there anything in particular? I mean, the rivalries haven't had strong builds, but you get Sami Zayn and Owens, for example, which is obviously like they've been friends for years.
I don't think Sami Zayn and Owens has had that much build though.
I don't
If
think.
you only count Mania to now, it's like had barely anything.
That's just, in all fairness, I think that's like Reigns and Styles has had a bit of a build, but it's been the same thing every week. It's been like Bullet Club have came out and done something. AJ denies he's with Bullet Club. It's been the same every week. I think it is lacking build, but it's one of the people. I mean, like WrestleMania lacked build, and WrestleMania was a good show. I'm sure we'd agree. So it looks as though it's going to be a good show for Payback. Now, before we go on and talk about our questions at the end, and we talk about what we're doing with the channel a bit later on, or whatever we want to talk about later, let's get right into the actual predictions part of things, because that's what most people come here to watch when you do predictions. They want to see who you're going to predict win. So, before we go any further, the question for the audience today I've got on the screen is: should they redo the brand split with Stephanie and Shane McMahon? Anyway, on to the actual predictions. Now, this should be the full match card, unless someone takes a stroke tonight or someone breaks a leg tomorrow. This should be the full match card for Payback on Sunday. We're going to start off with the pre-show. Kalisto and Ryback rematch on WrestleMania. Kalisto has held the title for a little while now. He's held it since the Royal Rumble. Do you think he's going to drop it?
No.
Stephen, do you?
50-50.
I think I'm going to be like the only one that's actually going to see. I think Ryback's going to win it Sunday. As much as I hate Ryback, he's definitely in my top 5 least favourite wrestlers right now. But I think, the whole thing, he was complaining about being on the pre-show for Mania. He's not happy, he wants to leave, stuff like that. Well, he might leave.
So they gave him the pre-show for Payback.
They gave him the pre-show, but I think they might give him the title.
But why would
Just for the
they
sake of it.
reward him for all his complaining and
I
saying
know,
he's
but
leaving
I mean,
in the
it's
summer?
if he's a big muscly guy, which we all know Vince McMahon likes, I mean, he'll want to keep him around. I think he's got to try and keep his morale up. And plus, who even... if you were just out of curiosity, I'm going to ask you, did any of you actually remember, like, in the last couple of weeks that Kalisto was the United States champion?
Yeah.
I had this discussion with Paul the other day. I forgot it even existed.
I forgot the
So
title
funny.
existed. I mean, Kalisto is fantastic in ring, but it's just not going to work for him while he's in a tag team with Sin Cara, in my opinion. I mean,
It's just the way he's being booked.
and he doesn't get TV time at all, really. I mean, if he does, it's on
Not.
SmackDown. I mean, it's just the way he's been booked, which also gives me the feeling they're going to hand it over to Ryback. Because Ryback's okay. My view is if Ryback has the title, it'll make people excited for the day he gets to lose the title. So they could build a good rivalry out of it, just to get the title onto someone who actually deserves it. Maybe, like, I don't know, give Zack Ryder another title run. I feel really bad for Zack Ryder. I think he's still got to run with the IC title. So I don't know, just give it to somebody deserve and get the Kalisto and Ryback rivalry done, in my opinion. So my prediction for Sunday is Ryback. Do all three of you agree in Kalisto, or Stephen, you're 50-50? What you guys say?
I'm gonna go towards Ryback for the simple fact that I don't see why they would give him another rematch out of no build whatsoever.
I know.
They're only gonna give him it, and Kelly still has done nothing with it. So.
So it's 2v2 on that
Because he
one.
wants his payback.
Go kill yourself. Well, I'm going to move on to the main card of the show, which is actually looking pretty decent, if you ask. Pretty good show. There's not really a bad match in the card. First match, we've got Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin. No stipulation, as far as we know, for this match. Dolph Ziggler, and I don't think I've ever expressed my views on one of these podcasts. I hate Dolph Ziggler. And Baron Corbin is a guy who I've actually, in the past few months, maybe since, I don't know, NXT TakeOver Respect, since his rivalry with Rhino and his tag with Rhino, I've really started to like Baron Corbin a lot. I want to see Baron Corbin beat the everlasting shit out of Dolph Ziggler on Sunday. Any thoughts from any going into this match? Paul, do you have anything to say about the match with Ziggler and Corbin?
Nothing apart from that Baron Corbin's going to win.
No, so that's your prediction straight away. That's my prediction as well. Before we do move on to Stephen and Jack's prediction, was it any of you actually shocked that Baron Corbin won the... Oh, Christ almighty.
That will be my
Is that your dungeon?
Paul has a
I
dungeon.
will be back in 1 second.
Right, well, Paul goes away to get his dinner. Stephen and Jack... Well, Paul's away at his dungeon or whatever it is he's going. Were you shocked that Baron Corbin won the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania?
No. I was Kane or Bray Wyatt all the way up to it, and then I seen him walking down the ramp and knew he was going to get it. I'm pretty sure I seen it in the chat, actually.
I was quite shocked because
I thought they were going to do an
I
Atami.
didn't even know he was in the match, so
I thought they were going to do a Hideo Atami, like, oh, here's someone from NXT. Oh, there he is, he's away.
yeah, that's what I thought. Well.
That's what I thought they were going to do. But when it came down, I noticed Corbin was in like the final 5, or like, I was thinking to myself at that point, right, he could win it, but I still thought it would have been Kane. I was really surprised when Baron actually won it. Stephen, to rephrase it for you, were you surprised when Baron Corbin actually walked in the ramp?
I was surprised when he walked down the ramp, but I thought he would win when he... Because, I mean, you'd think that... Because last year they did a tournament in NXT to see who...
Aye,
won,
and Atami won and then died.
Aye.
Yeah. But yeah, look, Corbin, Ziggler, we've got Paul said Corbin, and he's away slaying somebody just now. Jack, Stephen,
I am back.
oh, there he is. Ziggler, Corbin, prediction, Stephen and Jack.
Stephen, you
I
can
don't
go
see
first.
why they would give the win to Ziggler, so...
It's Corbin all the way for everybody. I mean, I don't see why anybody would, in the right mind, would dare say Dolph Ziggler. And if Dolph Ziggler does win, creative team, kill yourselves.
Motivational.
We move on to the next match. It is a match that has boggled me. The tag team tournament final is being held at Payback. God knows why.
Why didn't they do the final on Raw?
That's why it boggles me. That is what I was...
Payback?
It boggles my mind that they're having the final at Payback. So fuck knows when they're having the title match. Maybe on Raw, maybe in the next pay-per-view, which is Extreme Rules. It's Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Vaudevillains. Both teams who have just come up from NXT. I love both. I mean, to be honest, Vaudevillains as heels, I prefer them as face. I'll take them as heels. But Enzo and Amore and Colin Cassidy, what a start to their main roster careers. I mean, you've got to give them that.
Oh.
They've been quite... I mean, Colin Cassidy's just the background guy, but Enzo Amore is... I mean, he's just really good, isn't he? He's just...
I don't know what it is, but like,
She's really
Simon Cass, he just seems like he's pure depressed in the main roster. Like, he just got like, and there's only one word to describe you. and I'm going to spell it out.
With
But
his voice crack.
it's just pure, it's just pure unenthusiastic in the main roster. I don't know what it is.
Enzo Amore though, do you ever think he'll win a singles title?
I hope so.
Um,
I
No,
hope he
I
made it
really
this WrestleMania.
I hope it is.
I really hope so, but
I don't think it. I think he's going to be in like the tag team scene for a while. Maybe if that's, it might not be
I don't
always.
think they'll ever split up.
I have
Well,
a
in
feeling
fact, I could see them split up and Big Cass turns heel.
I could see Colin Cassidy going a singles run because of his size and all the rest of it. Enzo, you know, he could be one of those guys that flutter from tag partner to tag partner. But I mean, this tag team title match, tag team tournament match. Surely Enzo and Cass are going to win on Sunday. Or do you disagree?
Nah, I agree. I think Enzo and Cass have got it in the bag.
I ain't nothing on the Vaudevillains, but I mean, just both of them having their main roster debut. Just the Vaudevillains don't compare to Enzo and Cass right now.
It's like Enzo and Cass are really like on fire. They're like it's pretty. I'm pretty sure they're going to win it. But the Vaudevillains seem like they're getting the Tyler Breeze, Bo Dallas treatment. You know, no one really cares about them.
That's as soon as I saw they were debuting in SmackDown, my exact thought was get them 3 months and no one will remember they're there. It'll be like the Ascension all over again.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll be like that again. It's a shame because the Vaudevillains are really good. It's just the fact that not everything from NXT works in the main roster as much as you'd like it to. Paul and Stephen, your prediction for Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Vaudevillains?
Enzo and Cass.
And Cass.
Is it 2-on-1 there, Stephen? Vaudevillains versus...
What?
Is it just 2-on-1 now? Enzo Amore versus the Vaudevillains?
yes, he's the only one that matters. I'm gonna.
To be honest,
I like Cass.
do you know what? Shove Carmel in there. How you doing?
Oh.
I would. Anyway, Charlotte.
Cass does.
Jamie Bastard. Charlotte, Natalia. Nah. Bit random.
Don't know why.
It's a bit. The night after Mania, everybody was expecting Bailey, but we got Natalia.
Yay!
Yay!
We've got Bret Hart versus Ric Flair.
This brings up a point that, do you know what I think's going to be more interesting to speak about on the podcast than the actual match itself. I'm going to ask a question: Ric Flair or Bret Hart?
Bret Hart.
Oh, Jack's calling Bret Hart. Okay.
I've just never liked Ric Flair.
I know you. That's always
Probably
bogged me.
Bret
I don't.
Bret Hart.
I prefer Ric Flair. I think Ric. I don't. I mean, I wasn't. Obviously, none of us were alive for like their heyday. Right. Obviously, none of us were here for like the Attitude Era and just Flair's good days and all the rest of it. But
I seen Ric Flair on TNA, if that counts.
nah, you know, look, we've seen him in like his retirement days and his brackets. Oh, sorry, quotation marks. Retirement days in WWE, and we saw him in TNA. Obviously, if we watched it, I know what I did and Jack said. I don't know about you, Stephen Paul. I mean, he was an old leather bag at that point. But looking back, even at like clips, Bret Hart, yeah, he was amazing in ring. But I don't know, something about his personality I didn't like, and I like Ric Flair's, you know, like personality, the styling, profiling, limousine riding, blah 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 blah, whatever the rest is.
I just love the match between Bret and Shawn at WrestleMania 12.
And I just love the match between Rick and Shawn at WrestleMania 24. Now,
I don't remember that match because I think I've only watched it once when I watched it like the night after Mania and when it happened. But I've been meaning to go back and watch it, but I never have.
It's just the image at the end. I'm sorry, I love you, boom. Lights it. Quality end. Should have been a good ending to a career. Should have been, but wasn't. Stephen, do you have a reason for picking Bret over Rick? Obviously, like there's not much we can say because it's not as if you're comparing two people who are in their prime right now. No, in their prime in like the 90s.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really put much reasoning behind it. But I don't know. I mean, they're both good. I don't know that I hate Ric Flair or anything. I just prefer Bret. I don't know.
That's
Bret's the excellence of execution.
Because even when I look back at like
Flair.
clips and stuff like that, I prefer Owen Hart over Bret Hart. I think Owen was far more entertaining for the clips that I've seen. Rest in peace, Owen. All the rest of it. But I mean, even looking back, I just don't find Bret as entertaining as what like he's made it to be. I don't know why. it seemed like, just quite boring, really. Paul, do you have a reason for liking Brett better? More, sorry.
Is to be honest, if it was before Ric Flair came back, I'd probably say Ric Flair.
Oh, the only thing I hate about Ric Flair is he had to give birth to Charlotte. I'm,
See,
Charlotte's
like
nice.
seriously, if we move back to Payback, it's like I can understand why Brett is in Natalia's corner, but it's a bit random in it. Like they've no.
I know,
Really
Brett's
hyped or
not even
anything
been
on
on
Raw.
TV or anything. This is going to be his first appearance. So, well, obviously, they had this exact match in NXT and it was pretty damn good. And obviously, the match at Roadblock was pretty good. So, it should be a good match. Let's actually go into the competitors in the match now. Charlotte or Natalya? Paul, who have you got and why?
I think it's actually going to be Natalia.
Oh, I was wondering. I was actually thinking to myself, is there anybody going to be different and take the curveball?
Because
Paul,
I can't see any other reason why they bring Brett back. There's no other reason that I can think of to bring Brett back.
Well, it'll be a one night thing, but who knows? I can see a logic. I was understandable. Someone I thought a few people, on the internet and stuff are saying Natalya might win it. Stephen, who have you got? You going to go with Charlotte?
I'm going to go with Natalia.
Oh.
For the exact same reason. I mean,
Yes, Steve.
9 out of 10 of Charlotte's matches, she wins with Flair distracting or cheating somehow. So obviously you've got somebody there to stop that. You've got somebody in a corner for people to cheer on, and then I don't see. I mean, it was quite stupid if they had gear the title, but I just think they will.
Well, in all honesty, I think she does deserve maybe one last run because she is one of the
I know, but
she's been there for a while now.
pretty irrelevant.
She has been irrelevant ever since really she got I would say. Do you remember Stephen? You weren't watching it at the time. Paul and Jack. Do you remember when she got put into that what is it called again? Storyline.
Is it
where she couldn't stop
the storyline
farting?
versus that? Oh,
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That was the
She
beginning
couldn't
of the
stop what?
farting.
Oh,
It was
The backstage,
that was the beginning of the downward spiral for Natalya.
the bit with Beth Phoenix.
That's when she was
backstage,
with
they were
Beth
warming
Phoenix,
up,
yeah.
and then
Yep.
just heard it. She
Um,
just let it rip.
I think I'd actually like Natalia more if she wasn't wearing a gimp suit. Seriously, that just put me. See, when I found out that's what that was, it's put me off. Oh, Jesus
Go back to
Christ,
the
man,
Hart
I couldn't-
Dynasty attire or something. Just I think what you mean is dominatrix, Stephen. Very different.
Well, I mean, it's basically the same. I'm gonna.
I mean, I understand it's black leather and all the rest of it. I mean, she's not a gimp. Just.
Well, she can have a hobby. I'm gonna.
And the fact that you used to maybe watch Total Divas, and then that episode was there where she broke the
Wait,
dominatrix.
whoa! I did not make you watch Total Divas, Paul. I don't know what you're talking about,
you
Paul.
made
I do not know what you're talking about, Paul. I've never watched an episode of Total Divas in my
For
life.
God's sake, Paul, you're
I've,
mad weirdo.
I know, watching Total Divas. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyway, Jack, who have you got?
That's pretty.
I've got Charlotte because I just don't see Natalya winning the title. I mean, she's
Whoa.
not exactly past her prime, but she's like in her late 30s or something, isn't she? And plus Charlotte's like the golden girl of the Divas women's division, and I don't see her losing the title to anyone other than Sasha, maybe Becky.
Or Bailey. I've got to agree with you, Jack. I've got to go with Charlotte. I think I understand what Steven said about if Rick's there, that gives a reason to stop. If Brett's there, it gives a reason to stop Rick from interfering in the match. But it's Ric Flair. He's got to find a way around it.
See, to Paul's point as well, when he says he doesn't know any other reason why they bring in Brett. I know the exact same match has happened on Takeover, but Vince is like, oh, nope, like he doesn't realise how many people watch NXT, so he's probably just put in Brett to make the match feel different and not the exact same as the match that happened at Roadblock, so it feels more exciting.
Next up, Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, no stipulation. What have we got thoughts about this at all whatsoever? Any thoughts?
I was thinking maybe Jericho. Like the obvious answer to say is Ambrose, but if I were to go with Jericho, because I can see this feud going on for a while, then Ambrose would get the win in like an extreme match at Extreme Rules.
See that
You know what I mean?
I was about to say my envisionment is I don't know who'll win tonight, right? Not tonight, Sunday night. I don't. I'll give my prediction in a minute. I actually don't know yet. I prefer Chris Jericho by a mile. Honestly, Dean Ambrose he's kind of worn off on me. Like
He's fell off the wagon.
he's worn off on me. I do want Jericho to win. I don't know who will win, but what I want this to lead to is a good rivalry that's going to give us a street fight at Extreme Rules. Because the last time Chris Jericho was in a street fight was with CM Punk, and I loved the match. Fantastic. Obviously, Dean Ambrose has got that history of extreme wrestling. Chris Jericho, if he can fight how he did like against CM Punk a few years ago, it could be a fantastic match. So I don't know who I think will win yet, but that's how I want it to go down. I think Jericho's Jericho. I'm going to say for Sunday. Paul, thoughts? Anything?
At first I was going to say Ambrose to win, but then Jack says the whole thing about it's being a long rivalry. And now I think Jericho's going to win. But what I'm going to say is if Jericho wins the whole rivalry, I'll cry.
Obviously, you're a Dean Ambrose guy, so I mean,
I'd love to see Jericho go on another either IC or WWE title.
I'd
run
love to
before
see him
he
in another
retires.
title run before he goes world title especially. But I don't see that happening unless they do a brand split. I don't see that happening, but definitely give him a title run at least. That's what I would say. Stephen, do I skip you? Jericho or Ambrose?
I don't know actually, because I mean, I think Jericho has been more in the spotlight, but I don't. They need something to get Ambrose back on track. So
In
I'm
my
just gonna
opinion,
say Ambrose.
In my opinion, Dean is the most buried superstar in WWE history at this point. Like,
What about Bray
It's
Wyatt?
a shame.
yeah,
Oh,
Bray Wyatt, forget about Bray. I mean, because look, Dean Ambrose goes in his single career, he loses his rivalry to Rollins, he loses the
Loses his
IC ladder
rivalry to
match.
Bray.
Yep, he loses the rivalry with Bray. He
Lost to Triple H.
lost to Triple H. He lost to Rollins at Money in the Bank and all that when people thought he won the title. He lost to Lesnar.
Brock.
And it's just gone downhill from him. They have to recover him somehow. I feel for the guy. I think they will do it. So maybe not a world title run anytime soon, but it'll come for him someday. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, calling it right now, match tonight. No stipulation given, but it's the match we've been waiting for. Are we happy that it's happening at Payback, or should have this been saved for a Mania moment?
Before WrestleMania, I would have said this should be the match for Mania, but after the ladder match, I can't really complain because the ladder match is one of the better
Highlights
matches of the night.
Yeah.
And I could see Owens and Zayn being another long rivalry, like Ambrose and Jericho going into Extreme Rules. So
Zayn and Owens is like they're two of my top three favourite wrestlers right now, and obviously I'm a huge Kevin Owens fan. You know, that's who I'm rooting for. But I think Zayn's going to win on Sunday. I don't know how the rivalry's going to go down. This is one of the rivalries I think it's going to be like they'll have this rivalry, give it a year, they'll relight the rivalry. It'll happen again, and you know they'll have the on and off kind of thing. Like you know, you had like Orton
Punk and
Cena, Punk and Cena. Yeah, they'll do something like that. They'll reignite it at some point in the future. So I don't think whoever wins this rivalry, I don't think it's going to affect them. Whoever loses this rivalry is not going to affect them hugely. All I can say is though, the rivalry is going to finish with Kevin Owens going in the month after and becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. I call it right now.
I agree with you. I was about to say that. I think Sami Zayn's gonna win the rivalry, and I think Sami Zayn's gonna win at Payback because Kevin Owens is gonna win Money in the Bank.
Yep. Stephen, Paul. We'll go Paul first. Paul. Zayn, Owens, thoughts, prediction.
I don't know who I want to win, but I think it's going to be Zayn that wins.
Stephen.
I can't say who I want to win.
I don't know actually. I've been really stuck on this since. I don't. Right. I think I'm making Zayn like the kind of underdog, so I think they'll give him the win.
Big fat Kev is going to take the loss. No, I'm not calling you fat, Kevin. You're perfect the way you are.
What?
I don't know. Leave me alone. I'm dead. Singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The champion with his bird, Maurice, walks in to face the Swiss James Bond, Antonio Cesaro. Sorry, Cesaro. Not allowed to say Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro.
I think it'll be a good match.
I think it's gonna be good, but I mean, it's. I don't want the IC title becoming a fucking hot potato. It's just.
I don't think it is. I think the Miz is going to retain.
I don't. I think yeah. My prediction is Miz too, but if they go along the lines of they want to keep the fans happy, I think Cesaro's going to win, and that means it's going from like Owens to Ambrose, back to Owens to Ryder to Miz to Cesaro, all in the space of like this just 2016.
But since when have they tried to make the fans happy?
I know, but it seems like recently they've been
Mania
trying.
main event.
It seems as though like since this idea of Shane taking over Raw, they're really trying to like change the product completely. I do think it is changing, it is evolving, so it could give Cesaro the win. My prediction's still with Miz. I think Cesaro will win it at one point, but just not Payback.
I think the Miz is going to retain due to the obvious like interference by Maurice somehow. Maybe he'll win by DQ or something. I don't know. But I think this will probably go on to Extreme Rules again, but maybe in a triple threat with Zack Ryder involved as well, or something along those lines.
That raises a question, Jack. What are your thoughts on the Miz?
Oh, I think we've went through this before.
I went through this
I don't
before.
like him.
Do you not find him the slightest bit entertaining though?
No.
Really?
No, I don't like him.
I think he's brilliant. He's solid in ring. He's brilliant on the mic. I don't see how you can't find any entertainment out of him. I think when he was champion, I was like the happiest person on earth, and I was 11 years old.
I'll give him credit because he's one of the only proper heels on the roster who gets heel heat because of his character, not because like Roman Reigns gets booed because people don't like him. It's like The Miz gets booed because of his character and how well he does it. It's just my opinion that I don't really like The Miz.
Paul, have you got an opinion on the Miz? What do you think of him?
I couldn't really care, to be honest. I don't care about him.
So, look, okay, since there's going to be nothing out of you for the Miz, prediction for Sunday.
The Miz, unfortunately.
Stephen, do you have thoughts on the Miz?
I actually quite like him. I think he's entertaining. I think he does his job well. It's just I don't know why. It's just, I mean, it's alright, but it's just, see when he does the same line about 4 times, right? I think it's quite good. I think it's smart for like the first 2 times.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
I don't mean that. I have a very particular set of skills. No, okay, no. Do that again, and then if he does it about 4 times, I don't know why. It just really annoys me. But overall, I quite like him.
I like him as too. I've always liked him. I've always been a fan. But prediction, Stephen. Do you think Miz is going to walk out champ, or are you going to go against all 3 of us?
I'm gonna go Cesaro.
Cesaro. See, to be honest, I don't think that's a stupid prediction in any way. I think Cesaro. I don't think it's a stupid prediction in any way. To be honest, you know, he could win. Nothing. Main event of Payback. Main event Payback.
Tell me.
Payback.
Tell me.
I watched the video back.
Hold if you have to. I know I'm going to do that as soon as this is. Oh, no,
right. Anyway, main event of Payback. AJ Styles and Roman Reigns. AJ Styles and Roman
so
Reigns.
lost, it's unbelievable.
AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. Well, this is where it heats up. This is the talking point of Payback. Now, I don't know if I said it on this podcast, but you know, way long ago I said I don't think AJ Styles will ever become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Right, this Sunday, Roman's walking out champ, and I know the Bullet Club are here, and I know the Bullet Club have debuted, and it looks like they're going to help AJ, but in some way, I don't know how, I think Roman's still going to walk out champion. Whether that is Bullet Club betraying AJ whether that's Balor coming in and disrupting things, whether it's just the Bullet Club being stupid and they just can't distract Roman because he's super Roman. Roman is going to walk out champion still, in my opinion. But with going back to my original point I brought up a moment ago, if AJ Styles does join the Bullet Club and it's not Balor, I do think he can win a world title. But this Sunday, for me, Roman Reigns is still going to be World Heavyweight Champion going out of the event. Now, instead of just getting a prediction, let's get a wee bit of summary from each person here if we can. Jack, your thoughts on Sunday's main event?
I feel really bad for saying this because ever since AJ debuted, I've been saying to you and making fun of you because I've been saying I think AJ's going to become World Heavyweight Champion. I could still see it happening, but the way that Anderson and Gallows have been booked on Raw, like, they're just too lovey, aren't they? They've been helping AJ with everything, saying, oh, we're going to be friends forever and everything. It seems like if they were to team with AJ and help AJ win the title, it's just like, oh, that's kind of like predictable, if you know what I mean, because of how much they've been like lovey-dovey on Raw and that. But I think Anderson and Gallows are going to turn on AJ at Payback and cost them the title, if it's just them two or if they're under Balor's leadership or whatever. But I can see Roman walking out champ, sadly.
Paul, yourself.
Well, I mean, everybody's been saying that Styles is going to win. Everybody that I've known apart from you two has been saying that Styles is going to win, but I can't see it happen. I mean, what, they're not going to... Like, Vince wouldn't give Reigns a title for him to lose it a month later.
I know,
he's won it
because
at
that's what I thought was so stupid about when he went. It just, as much as I didn't want to be champion, he's right. The first one I can make an exception because it was a Money in the Bank cash-in, but the fact that his second one only lasted a month shocked me. Like, I understand why he lost it, and because it was a Royal Rumble and all the rest of it, but it still shocked me that it was only a month long. In my opinion, why don't they put Fandango in the main event and give him the title?
No, why do we need Roman Reigns? Why can we not have Fandango?
I know, in all seriousness, I love Fandango. I think he's got it, but
Fandango's brilliant.
I think, Paul, keep going with your thought.
But what I think is because Jack says that he thinks Anderson and Gallows is going to turn on Balor. I think that's going to happen, and that at Extreme Rules it'll be a triple threat for the title between Reigns, Styles, and Balor.
That'd be
cool.
That'd be a cool main event as long as Styles or Balor walked out champion. Stephen, on to you finally. We're going to go on your thoughts about the main event Sunday.
Okay, I think that Reigns will retain because the Bullet Club is going to turn on AJ and then Balor's going to come up and join Bullet Club. For the simple fact, obviously, right, we all know Bullet Club are heel, and if they did make Reigns lose the title, they would be like super face. So the only way that they're going to be like full on heel and everybody hates them is they're going to if they help Reigns win the title.
I can understand exactly where you're coming from.
So yeah.
I understand that actually. Now, we've done the Payback predictions, but we're done the match predictions now. Who is going to take control of Monday Night Raw, or what do you think is going to happen with Shane and Stephanie McMahon? My opinion is brand split, but might not be. Might actually just give it to Shane. They might give it to Stephanie, or fuck knows, we might see the return of John Laurinaitis. Jack, what do you think is going to happen with this whole taking over the Monday Night Raw business?
I can see where you're coming from. I could see the brand split happening with maybe Shane on SmackDown and Stephanie on Raw. But I said it to you a while ago. I think that Vince might put Stephanie in control, and then somewhere down the line, like perhaps a match at SummerSlam. Well, it's kind of just like a rehash of what happened at WrestleMania. But like, if Shane wins, he gets control. So I don't know. I think he'll give it to Stephanie, then Shane will eventually get it. But I don't think Shane will have it after Payback.
Stephen, do you agree, disagree? What you think?
I agree, but I think Shane would take Raw because I mean, even the lead up to his match with Taker, which was pointless, as we know. He only ever said he wants to be in charge on Monday Night Raw. He never said anything about SmackDown, so I think he'll be granted Raw, and then Stephanie takes SmackDown.
Yeah, I would agree with Steve. Like, I have the two, well, Paul's still going to go. The two there though, they're obviously quite similar because like you think it's got a brand split. I think Shane would take Raw though. I would agree with Stephen on that. I think Stephanie would probably take SmackDown. But who knows? Paul, your last prediction on this?
I think that Shane's gonna get control because he's on the title screen now. He's not going anywhere.
Obviously, when he's on the title screen, that means he's here forever. He's never going to die. He's just going to be.
But yeah, just say, how good would it be if Vince were to say who's going to be in charge, and then you just get Eric Bischoff's team?
I had this exact conversation with my other pal up the fort about 2 years ago. I says it's going to be there. It's going to be like, none of you. I'm back. Boom! Eric Bischoff blasts out the curtain.
Or it could be like Triple H come back and control or something. I don't know.
Like, they could shock us because I don't think it's going to be quite as simple as either Shane or Stephanie's taking it. It's got to be something.
You know, it'd be really cool, but it's really obviously unrealistic. See if it was a brand split, and then like whatever show Stephanie has, it stays PG. But then if Shane got proper full control, like he had a TV14 show and everything, and then they competed, it'd be pretty cool. That
would be quite smart. Well, that's the payback side of things done. We've ran about 37 minutes into the show. Going to discuss other things now. The channel have just took off our top 6 wrestling thing, whatever you want to call it. We need ideas down in the comments for things you'd like to see, like top 6. I don't know, tag teams, top 6 title designs, stuff like that. I don't think there's actually much we have to talk about in this. I just wanted to put stuff in the summary. I just wanted to, because the summary all I had was today's episode. We're talking about Payback.
Yay!
That was all I had. But we may as well move on to questions. Before actually, if you have any other ideas for series that you'd like to see, leave in the comments. But on to questions. Now, I don't know if we were quite prepared for questions because I only said that we're going to have questions at the start of the recording. I said it just before the recording even. But questions. Anybody got a question they want to start us off with? Because I don't know who to go to here if they have a question or not. So does anybody want to start us off with a question?
I'm not prepared, but I just thought of a wee crappy one there, so I may as well indulge you. So, how many World Championships do you think Roman Reigns will win before he retires? Woohoo! Hey, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
24.
I don't know. In all honesty, I want to say no more than 10, but my brain is telling me sharp, Ryan, it's Vince McMahon.
For all we know, Roman could murder someone tomorrow and he'd get fired.
Right, hold on. Right, we need to. Right, when did Shield debut? Right,
2012, very end. Basically,
actually, not. Wait, never mind. When did they break up? When
2014.
Did they go singles? 2014, right. So, in 2 years, he has got 3 titles. So, in that 2, hold on, right. 3 divided by 2. How long do you think he'll be in WWE for?
I don't know, about another
20 years.
10 years, maybe?
20. He will have 30 titles if he's gone the same rate he is now.
I think Paul was over exaggerating with the 20 years. Paul, I think you've got to calm it down. My prediction is going to be, do you know what, 9. 9.
Okay. I'm gonna go 10. He's gonna win 15 titles.
Jack, you're gonna go 11?
I'll go 7.
7.
Okay, 7. 3. 7.
No,
Okay,
the mathematician
10 and a half titles. I don't know how. 10 world titles and an IC title.
Okay, that was a weird question to ask. Stephen Paul, got any questions just now you want to throw out?
Because I wasn't prepared, I'm gonna have a really shitty one, right? Just no for storyline or anything. Just who would you personally like to see be in charge of Bullet Club? Balor or AJ?
Balor.
Just who do you think would be better?
Paul.
Balor.
Jesus Christ, Styles by a mile, man. I've got to go with Styles.
I would have said Styles as well.
Balor's.
I think Balor's boring.
Balor's boring as hell. Jesus, he's amazing. Like, he's amazing. No denying.
Ring, but, oh
like,
God.
probably
I'd
in the
love
top.
to see Balor as a heel.
Yeah,
I think
Balor
he
as a
needs
heel, I
to
think he would be far better,
rise
right?
as a babyface.
Because when he was in New Japan, he'd done a good job of Bullet Club, and as a heel, he kind of when you're a heel, you can do much more on the mic. But even at
And
that, I still don't find him too entertaining. I
I'd
just
love to see, like, if it was a heel Finn Balor, like, what his take on the Demon would be, because right now it's kind of cartoonish and it's all babyface like. So if he went heel, he could have a cool wee demon paint as well. That'd be pretty cool.
I would have to go Styles, but Balor, you know what? Can't wait to see him in the main roster anyway. Paul, have you got a question? While I still rack my brains for one.
What did you think of No Way Jose?
What a question? No way,
I love
Jose.
him.
I
I love his theme. No way.
don't know how to.
Way.
It's just. I think he's one of those guys. If you're in the building with him, you're going to love him. But if you're watching him on your TV and you hear the music play, it's off for fuck's.
I feel sorry for him.
He's got to be the
because
male
he's
Bailey.
He's not exactly going
He
to be
just reminds
WWE champion, is he?
Thinking it was that. As soon as they said here, your gimmick's going to be No Way Jose, he was thinking to himself, oh, for fuck's that's where my career done.
It reminds me of Xavier Woods when he had Brodus Clay's team.
What?
Nice question, Paul. Nice question. My question is, let's see. My question, if you could book any, if you could, I don't know, I don't have a question.
Right, Ryan, if you've not got a question, it's fine. Just
No, I'm.
give up.
I'll have a question. I'll have a question.
Okay.
Right. TNA Invasion. Right. Say WWE bought out TNA because TNA are going down the drain. Apparently, Ring of Honor are ready to buy TNA anytime soon. But say WWE were ready to buy TNA. This is from. They don't need to be currently wrestling in TNA because when I watched TNA, it was 2010, 2009, 2010. It was amazing in my opinion. But if you want to take any 5 men that you can remember from NXT, they don't need to be wrestling for them now. Just from
NXT.
any part of history.
They're not in TNA.
TNA, sorry, from TNA. Don't have to wrestle for them just now. If you take any 5 men from TNA history to be kind of like the Nexus, to be like kind of like the Nexus and invade WWE, steal titles, blah blah blah. Who would the 5 men be?
Can I go first, but can I change it a wee bit? Like, do they have to be a faction like NXT, or can they be separates?
That's what I was going to ask.
I would prefer.
Because my people that I'm thinking of aren't really exactly a good faction.
I was thinking is that like they come in, they're like, obviously they couldn't use the word TNA, like the letters TNA, they couldn't go with Team TNA.
Impact.
But like, say something like, just put them in a team called Team Impact. They don't need to last forever, it could even last a week. If they were just to invade one night, tear the ring apart, who would the 5 men be? They don't need to be like matched up at all. You don't have to go with 5 men who are similar, just any 5.
Alright, okay, so I watched it at the same time as you, so I would go with Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Abyss. Who was my favourite in TNA? I would really like someone and I can't remember who.
Samoa
In
Joe.
fact, half of them are already in WWE. I'd maybe pick Jeff Jarrett. I like Jeff Jarrett. He's pretty cool. And
Is that some sort of euphemism for I don't know.
oh, I can't even think of a 5th person.
Do you want us to come
Maybe-
back to you?
Aye, come back to me.
Stephen, any 5?
Okay, I'd like beer money.
So that's 2.
I know, right? So,
James
if it was,
Storm.
yeah, okay.
Robert Wagner.
If it wasn't the actual team thing, I'd like Abyss. I'd like him to just, I think that would be quite weird in the actual team. But I like Abyss, Jeff Hardy, and
Fuck Jeff Hardy.
fuck up Ryan. And I don't know.
Bobby
who would it
Lashley.
be? Yes. Big black tiger, I'm gonna.
Whoa! Jeez.
I don't know, Jeff Jarrett.
You just copied Jack with that one, didn't you?
I know, I couldn't think of another person.
Paul?
Does it matter if they're in WWE just now?
No.
Can I still say that?
Ignore they've ever signed for WWE.
Oh, what?
that's
I don't
not
know.
fair.
no, I mean Jack didn't have.
That's why I said it doesn't matter if they've won it. Ah, Jesus Christ.
No, I know,
Right,
I changed
so-
my answer.
It doesn't matter. So it's alright if they're in WWE then.
Yes, it's fine.
Right.
Man, hope you die.
Samoa Joe,
Ah,
the Hardys,
fucking
Styles,
stupid Paul. Fuck you, Paul. Fucking
One
and
more.
badger.
James Storm.
Change up. Mine's would be
No,
the Motor City. No, you can redo it in a minute then, Stephen. Don't act like a fucking wee lassie. Mine would
Wee lassie.
the Motor City Machine Guns
You be lassie.
would be there for me.
I would add them in.
I love
I'd
the
add
Motor
Chris-
City.
Suicide. Remember Suicide? He was
Remember
brilliant.
Suicide? Yep. Well, I mean there was about 12
Although
suicides.
He's already. Austin Aries played him, didn't he? So
Yep.
does that
I would pick the Motor City Machine Guns, Abyss, Sting, who would be the leader, and someone who's wrestling for them right now, Drew Galloway.
Oh, that's a good shout, Drew Galloway.
Oh,
forgot
shit, I
about him.
forgot about him.
Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels is a good shout as well. Stephen,
Fortune 4.
do you want to redo yours because you're
Kevin
Yes,
Nash.
okay. I'm right.
Kev-
I'm keeping beer money, and I'm gonna put in Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Drew Galloway.
Kazarian.
just copying my Drew Galloway suggestion.
Shark Boy and Curry Boy.
Remember Shark Boy? Oh my God! Jesus Christ, remember him. Well,
Jay
that,
Lethal. How could we forget Jay Lethal?
oh, Black Machismo.
Black Machismo.
Oh yeah.
My list.
I was
Switch
fucking AJ Lee until CM Punk came along, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any more questions before we wrap up the show? Because I think that's the question section done. But is there any other ones you want to throw in?
No. I'm spent.
No.
I've got to take that as a no from Stephen as well. Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Done. Payback's this Sunday, remember to watch. More videos should be coming out on the channel very much soon, but it's going to be a busy time for a few of us. Jack, you have your main exams coming along. And me, Stephen and Paul have our fake class test exams coming up. And just to confirm, we are not, us three aren't retards. We are actually the smartest people in the year.
We would explain it, but
We would
it's
explain
just
it,
very
but I mean it's a
confusing
wrestling podcast. We could set up
Aye.
Scottish
We
education
won't talk
talk.
about.
We'll create a new channel with school podcasts.
Well, so there might be a slowdown in videos or whatever, but we'll probably make a video. Maybe not be an actual podcast. We'll make a video on our payback thoughts on Monday or Tuesday or something because we're off on Monday. So happy day. But this was this podcast, so thank you all for listening / watching. SoundCloud is not working at all for these to get uploaded. We're going to have to find a way. If you know how to fix anything or if you know how to get up on iTunes for us, please let me know because I'm God knows. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've listened, anybody want to say goodbye before I cut us off?
Bye all.
Fuck you all.
Love
Fuck you all.
Goodbye.
Sandy.
Thank you. Fuck you. Good night.